It has been so strong in my spirit to let us know that some of the battles we are facing in life has been programmed even before we were born. I want you to know that before you came to this earth, if you come from such a family where idols were worshipped, if God opens your eyes to see what goes on when you're sleeping, you will not sleep so much at night. Hi guys, good evening. Welcome to another beautiful video. My name is Sandra. If you're coming across my face for the first time, so this has taken my peace away. What I'm about to share here right now literally took my peace away all through today. Today is the last day of the month of July 2024, and I am here to share with you a very important message that has been laid in my heart for a very long time now. And I also want you to include it in your midnight prayers today. Okay, let me quickly say this. This is going to be another topic for another day. If you don't pray crossover prayer every last day of the month, I want you to start it in this month of July. Start it today, tonight. As you're watching this video, no matter how busy you are, once it is 12 a.m., even before 12 a.m., start speaking to heaven about how you want the month of August to be. What I'm sharing with you is a topmost secret. When you see churches do crossover nights every month, they know what they are doing. But that's not the topic for today. What I'm here to share, like I said before, is something that God has put in my heart for a very long time. I say it to as much people that care to listen, but I've not talked to you guys. This is a platform that God has blessed me with that serves as a medium for me to communicate with a lot of people at the same time. And that is why I'm sharing this here right now. If you come from a lineage where, at any point, or you've heard about your forefathers using cola every morning, or maybe hot drink and cola to pray to their own gods, right? Calling your name, calling the names of your unborn children, calling their names, linking it up with their family, which is the family you come from, down to the third, second, fourth, fifth, even the sixth generation. If you come from such a family, I want to tell you categorically that you have been dedicated to a spirit even before you were born. May God give us understanding. I don't know how I'm going to put this to you, but I want you to know that if your forefathers served idols and you've seen them, or you've heard, or you know that at any point you've seen them, making incantations with cola and hot drinks and all of those things before their idols, calling their fourth, fifth, sixth upcoming generations, right? I would like to interest you that even before you were born, a spirit has been sent to wait for you before your arrival. And the moment you are born, trust me, this spirit is going to rise up to claim you. And when you refuse to identify with this spirit, it is going to fight you. This is when you're going to see yourself labor so much and reap little. This is when you're going to see yourself do good to others and they pay you with evil. Sometimes when you start looking for solution where there is no solution, you see them telling you things like people that came before you, your forefathers, the person that reincarnated you, all of those things, right? But what I'm trying to let you know is that the only way to get out of that dedication that was done even before you came to this earth is by running to Christ. Yes. The reason why I'm letting this out here is because I don't want to go into the month of August with it, because it took my peace away today. Like the Lord, so many things happened today that reminded me that, Sandra, it is time for you to share this. And that is why I am doing this right now, so that at least I can have my peace. I don't know who this word is going to, but I know it is actually going for somebody. I know that God is a God of time and seasons, and He has a purpose for this. I want you to know that no man is born without a potential. No man is born without a purpose. God does not make mistake. Before He creates anybody, He has created that person for a purpose. There's a purpose attached to that person's life. And if that purpose is not fulfilled, then that person's life on earth is a total waste. Oh, yes. I also want you to know that these spirits assigned against you will not stop God from using you. No. They will not stop you from impacting positively in others. No. They will not stop you from, gifting others. Like, they will not stop you from doing the work that God has brought you here to do. No. That is why I mentioned people being born with a purpose. Being a pastor will not take away these spirits from you. It will not chase them away. Being a woman of God will not take it away. The only thing that will take it away is being a true born-again Christian. Giving your life totally to Christ. Coming to know God for yourself. And knowing that there is a supreme authority that these minor spirits bow to. That is the only thing that can take away these things from you. That is the only time these spirits will begin to run away from you. Yes, because they know that a higher authority is now interested, is now ruling in your life. That is when they will stay away. But mind you that the title pastor, the title I'm a mother in the church, I'm a deacon, I'm a deaconess, I am a sanctuary keeper, I am a chorister, I am this. That title alone will not stop these spirits from tormenting you. I just told you the only way out of their bondage. And another thing they will do to you that will make you know that you have been dedicated to something even before you came to this world is the fact that you don't get reward for your work. That is the primary thing. They will stop your reward from coming to you. Oh, yes. When you labor so much and you reap little, trust me, something is wrong somewhere. I don't know why I'm saying this today, but I strongly believe that God is speaking to somebody. Somebody needs to be liberated. That is why a lot of things, about 5 different things happened today that took my mind to this revelation. And I'm like, Sandra, this is the right time to let this out. You see a lot of people being so dedicated in their office, putting in their best in a company where they work or in an organization where they work, and at the end of the day, they will be sacked. And people that are not doing anything, that are not impacting in that organization positively, will be retained. You see yourself going to interviews, and at the end of the day, you will not be picked. You will not be employed. But other people with lesser qualifications and all of that gets the job. You see yourself struggling to do things at every point in time. I want you to know that before you came to this earth, if you come from such a family where idols were worshipped, anytime they are calling upon their idols and they are praying with their cola, their hot drink, their alligator pepper, and all of those things, you will never hear them pray for themselves alone. No, they will pray for their first generation, second generation, third, fourth, fifth, even down to the 6th generation. This is simply initiating children even before they were born. But I am so happy because Christ has come to lay a foundation. In the book of 1 Corinthians 3, from verse 10, 11 down, you're going to hear where the foundation of Christ was taught about. If you read this scripture, you're going to understand your stand as a child of God so that you can take possession of whatever it is that these spirits are taking away from you. One of the ways to fight them is by midnight prayers. I think in the book of Matthew 13, either from 20 down, between 20 to 25, you're going to find the verse I'm talking about. The Bible says that when men are asleep, the enemy came to sow tares among the wheat. This simply means that even when you have cultivated good seeds on your farm, you've done so well, and you sleep all the time, especially, and you relent in prayers, yes, the enemy can still spoil what you have put together. That is what this word is talking about. So, one of the ways to fight this spirit is by waking up in the night in the middle of the night. If you know what happens in the middle of the night, if God opens your eyes to see what goes on when you're sleeping, you will not sleep so much at night. I'm not saying don't get your rest. Of course, get your rest, but certain times of the night when you see yourself waking up, being awake for no reason, the Spirit of the Lord is trying to alert you to something. He's trying to wake you up to say a word, pray concerning a particular situation. And trust me, if you're having restlessness and you lay down for about 5 minutes, the Spirit of God is going to speak to you. He's going to direct you on what to pray about. Honestly speaking, anytime I see myself restless at night, I just lay down quiet and I listen. And I'll just say a short prayer. Father, speak to me. Direct me on what to do. It may not be you. It could be praying for someone else. It could be praying for anybody. And hear me, God will direct you on what to do at that point in time. Maybe the enemy is somewhere sowing a bad seed on the farm of somebody maybe close to you, your husband, your children, a relation, a friend, a subscriber, anybody. And by the time you start praying, you have interrupted that process and he will run away. But when you are fast asleep, he will come, just like the Bible said, sow that seed and go away. Oh yes. Like I mentioned in the book of 1 Corinthians 3, from verse 10 down, we're going to see what the Bible said there about Christ being the foundation. So the only way out of these things is by making God your bedrock, by making God your foundation, by making God your priority, by making following this God your priority. If you do this all through this month, and at the end of the month of August, you're going to see changes in your life. I don't know who this word is going to, but it has been so strong in my spirit to let us know that sometimes that some of the battles we are facing in life has been programmed even before we were born. And that is why on arrival, these spirits begin to take possession, begin to claim ownership. They begin to take a stand in your life even without you knowing, honestly. So if you give them a space, of course they are going to succeed. But when you resist and rebuke them and reject whatever it is that has been, programmed before you were born, that has been whatever agreement that has been made before you were born, when you disagree against the agreement, you win the battle. But when you keep quiet, crying, going from one church to the other, seeking for solution, sometimes let me tell you, you pray yourself out because that spirit was assigned against you. When you feel overpowered, you can connect other people to pray along with you. You have spiritual fathers that can pray. You have prayer partners that can pray along with you. But first of all, it's just like someone being sick and not knowing they are sick, or not admitting the fact that they are sick and that they need treatment. Until you admit that, okay, I am sick and I think I need treatment. At this point, that is the only time deliverance comes. Yes. But when you're still seeing whatever that is going on in your life as normal, that deliverance will never come. You will never be delivered from that thing. If it has become a routine for you to labor and another person eats, for you to walk like an elephant and reap like an ant, for you to have all the qualifications and still lose the job, if it has become part of you, you're going to submit your CVs. You're like, oh, let me just go and try now. I've submitted many and I still didn't get the job. So even if I lose this one, you are gradually becoming used to that situation, and it won't leave you. It won't go away. But whenever you are provoked in your spirit and you be like, this is coming to an end, and you embrace God, He will step in, deliver you, and fight the battle. Listen, do not forget this scripture that says, I stand at the door and I knock. Whosoever opens, meaning when you don't open, he cannot force himself into you. God cannot adjust because of you. God cannot change because of you. It is you that will change because of him. It is you that will adjust for him. He remains God irrespective of the situation you are in. He remains God even if 10 persons die in your family every year. He remains God even if things are not going well with you. So it is you that will adjust for God. So if he is knocking and you're not opening, he is not coming in. The same thing is applicable. If that situation is repeating itself and you're comfortable with it, it will remain there until you open and let God in. That is when he can fight that battle with you. I don't know who this has blessed. If this has blessed you in any way, leave a comment in the comment section. At least I'm free. At least I'm free. Like, it's just as if I've lifted a big burden off my shoulders. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.